Hello, my name is Brian. I am an ukulele player born and raised in Hawaii, and I now teach and perform in the San Francisco Bay Area. In this video, we're going to talk about Hawaiian turnarounds, also known as vamps. It's something that a lot of people learn as beginners, but I will say it's not exclusively a beginner tutorial. So we're going to look at both strumming and fingerpicking, and I will have two different exercises of increasing difficulty for each of those. So here we go. We're going to start with the chords, and we're going to play in the key of C. Now the Hawaiian vamp is what's used between verses of a Hawaiian song, and it's often even used at the beginning and at the end of a song just to set the mood. Okay, so the Hawaiian vamp sounds like this. Okay, now we're going to start with a D7. We're going to move to a G7. We end with the C. And for each of these chords, the D7 is going to get 2 counts. The G7 gets 2 counts. And the C chord gets 4 counts. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do that together. And then we're going to start to change from just down strums to down and up strums. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2. Let's do some down and up strums. One more time. All right. Now, the next piece of this is we're going to transition now into some finger picking. Okay, now my favorite lick sounds like this. Okay, it's a classic Hawaiian style riff. And let me break it down and show what's happening here. There's a few things going on. First, the notes themselves are an open G, an open C, and then I'm going to hammer on. I'm going to play an open E, hammer on, and then an open G, second fret of the A string, that note B, another G, and a strum. Okay. Now, as we play this lick, what's important is that we're executing the hammer-on in a way that it really rings out the note. Right? And in order to do that, it comes down to the speed at which you're hitting the strings with your finger. So for instance, if I did it really slowly, you're not going to get that note to ring out. But if you do it quickly, right? That's how you get the notes to ring out. So now let's practice doing this by getting our fingers to drop down as quick as possible. Okay. The next thing I want to show you about this lick is it's about sustain. We want to hold our fingers down, and in a sense, we're actually building a G7 chord here. Okay, so watch what I do here. Hold that middle finger down, hold down the index finger, ring finger, and then a strum. So what's going on here is that I need to create that sense of sustain. You know, one thing that is often confused when you're learning this lick is that you might just need to only play one note. And it doesn't quite give that same effect as if you were to sustain all the notes. Okay. A fun fact about how I learned this lick, I would watch Jake Shimabukuro way back in the day when he was performing at restaurants in Honolulu. He would always open his solo sets by playing a Hawaiian song. And, he'd start off with a simple C strum, and then he'd play this lick. Right? And that was a way that he kind of got everybody into the mood of like, okay, now we're going to play some Hawaiian music, or we're setting the mood with the ukulele. Okay, so I learned that by watching him play that lick. And so that's why I want to share that with you. Let's turn our attention back to the strumming, and now we're going to get a little more advanced. Okay, I want to show you some of the ways that we can add some syncopation and some momentum to our strum. One of them is by using our index finger to play the first fret of the E string here. Okay, and that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on is I'm playing this note F, this first fret of the E string there, on the and between 3 and 4. Let me count this out. It's going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And it kind of propels the song, you know, the strumming. And so now if we add that in with the D7, it goes all 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Hey. Hey. Okay, cool. All right, so that was our advanced strumming technique. Let's turn our attention back to the finger picking, and I'm going to show you something where we're going to play 2 strings at the same time. Okay, this lick sounds like this. Hey, okay, so now I'm balancing and alternating really between playing the C and the A strings. Okay, I'm going to use my ring finger here with the middle finger, and then I'm gonna play my index and my middle finger here. Okay, so again, ring finger, 8 to 9, play that 8th fret with the middle finger, come back here with the middle finger, play that 7th fret, then play this 7th fret, then I'm gonna slide this down, and then I'm gonna play that 5th fret, and then I'm gonna strum a C chord. So some things to keep in mind as you learn this. Number 1, sliding from one note to the next is a key part of this Hawaiian sound. To get it to that sound, that's what we're looking for, right? Sliding from the 7 to the 5, that's another key aspect of this sound. The second thing to think about as you learn this is the sustain. You want to hold out all, you don't want to just play, right? We're not just playing one note at a time. We really want these notes to ring out. So if you can, try to keep your fingers on the strings as you move them around. Okay, a little bit faster. The other lick. Hey. All right. So that's it for our lesson on Hawaiian style turnarounds and vamps. If you'd like to learn more, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description below. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.